Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the new unit Cleopatra. So first things first, let's get a copy of her. So go ahead and summon now. I'm going to summon with 60,000 diamonds in order to get the first 50 summons. So let's go ahead and jump in and get these all recorded. So go ahead, summon again. So we get legendary rate times 5, not bad. We'll take that where we can. Now, what are my initial thoughts on Cleo as a unit? I think she's going to be very good, but we'll have to test it out. Now, it's just... we'll have to see how many stars you need to get her up to in order for her to be relevant. I think the minimum... hey, there we go. So we've got one copy of her. I think the... so we can't do any more diamond attempts, that's our last one. Now we've got 65 more summons, so let's go ahead and jump in and see how many copies we can get. If we can get any more. Miracles have happened. So rate goes up to 5, so we should get one here, potentially. Rates up to 12 this time, so let's jump in. Astrid, not bad. I'll take a copy of Astrid, absolutely. Would have preferred a copy of Cleo, but is what it is. Go ahead and summon. That was the last one. And then we are all out. So what we can do, go ahead and claim our rebates. So we do get 50 of these, 50 of these, and we get one ticket as well. Now that ticket, let's go ahead and see what's included. Fuse all these first. Let's have a look who is on the ticket. So Cleo is on the ticket, so we will be picking up a copy of her here. Perfect. Now, something to take note, Eudora is not on the anniversary oath. As you can see, you've got Wukong, Dahlia, Audrey, Mulan, and Leandra. And Audrey and Leandra are probably the best out of the bunch of the last season, so that's season 3. And you do get all of the new heroes from season 4 as well. So, I can't summon any more. Do I really want to? No. No, we'll leave it as is. If I can get her up to 8 stars, I will. But first of all, let's go ahead and quick advance. Get all of this out of the way. And then, where does she sit? She sits in all of them. Ha, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So we'll go ahead and level her up. Let's go ahead to Sanctuary of Eve. And let's pop her in. So I'm only going to get her up to 6 stars at the moment, and we'll do some testing for her as well. So I think for next month we'll be able to pick up another copy of her in the same slot on the oath rebate, or potentially she will just be included. Now let's go ahead and advance her to the 6-star mark so we can unlock this secondary passive. And again, I think getting her up to the rune mastery or the synergy mastery and getting this is going to be pretty essential for her in order for her to be truly productive on any teams. So getting her just to the 7-star mark I don't think will be good enough. I think that getting her up to the 8-star mark is going to be the best for her. Now we do get the full set, but let's go ahead. So we get Divine Healing, Divine Crit, and I think I've already enhanced a lot of these anyway. How far can I advance these? Nice. So I think we'll go ahead and change these. So what do we have? So recommended runes are the heal rate, so own heal rate, but I suspect that no, we'll probably want to use her on the same team. Right, okay. Go ahead and put heal rate in. Who can we change it for? Lachesis or Audrey? I'll go ahead and change these out for Lachesis for now. Just so we can see her at the max level. There we go. So we got the full set. So increase on healing by 45% and restores 20% of HP every round. We'll go ahead and see how she works and how she fits in. Claim all the archive goodies as well. Get those 100 diamonds. Oof. And let's jump in. So we'll jump into Lost City as is per standard. Unfortunately, because I'm a big dumb idiot, I lost this stage because I completed it. So we'll jump into the Verdian synergy here. Now, what we do have to be careful with this is she will change type. She won't change type to a Verdian though, so I think we're good to go. And first things first, let's go ahead to Glorians and let's try 2, 3, 4. And there she is, 5. So we do get the full Verdians now that she's changed. And we would have, if we had her at 3 stars, we would have 4 Celestials. Yeah, we would have, 1, 2, 3. So we've got the 3 Royals, we would have 2 Celestials, and we would have 5 Monarchs in total if she was 8 stars, but unfortunately she's not. So we'll pop you in, and pop you in just as a pretty standard, and we'll just see. I'm going to use her now in this one, and then I will use, instead of her, I will use the Atrops and just see what the difference is. Now remember, we are getting the full 5 Glorian buff. And every time a Verdian synergy is activated, we also do increase our attack and defense as well. That's a cool animation. That's a cool animation, I like that. So we'll get the shield and the attack up, and how much damage are we doing? 285 million, that's not bad. Yeah, 1,169 million. And what we'll do is we'll just compare the two as well. And what I mean by that is I'll trade out. That's cool animation too, I like that. Right, so you're down. Get the spear, get the shield trigger again, increasing shields and max HP and attack. So she's not doing too much damage by herself. Okay, so we can go ahead and skip that now. We've seen enough of what we need to see. She was doing alright. She did alright. Well, she put alright work in. Let's go ahead and change her out with Atrops now. Now Atrops does not fit in with anybody here because we have 4 Monarchs and Verdians. So it's not really something that we're looking to do. But this is a fully buffed out Atrops. This is 15 star, 4 red runes. And for nearly Supreme runes. I'm 1 off getting a full Supreme rune for her. So what we're going to see is after she performs her ultimate, let's see what sort of damage we're doing after that. Yeah, 364 million. And remember, Lee was up to 1,100. So actually less. Might be due to crits, might not be. So we'll go ahead and skip that. So in round 5, so we were doing more damage overall with Atrops included as part of the team. Yeah, so I think that currently, even at 6 stars, she's putting in the work. And I think she might be worth just picking up a single copy of, just so that you do have, you know, an extra unit. But really, it looks like she's going to be 8 star or required 8 stars to be truly effective. Now, what we're going to do as well, and I just want to push this as far as I can take it. Go you. Where are you? Well, we need you as well, definitely. We will need Seraphina, and then we'll put the damage dealer in there. So in fact, we don't. We'll put Gwyn in there. Now, what she changed to? So we do have the full 5 royals. We have 3 mystifiers because she's now changed over to mystifiers with thanks to Catherine and with Astrid on the team. We have 2 strikers, so we would have 3 strikers on the team and 3 celestials as well. So just something to keep in mind, that she would buff the stats up on the right hand side. So yeah, we would have 3 strikers, we would have, we've got 3 mystifiers, we'd have 2 celestials, and we do have the full 5 royals as well. So let's just pump it up to the max, and we'll put as much damage down as we possibly can. So I think this will be good enough, I think. And then what's her speed at actually? 126, so the same as Persephone. In fact, she's faster. She's faster. So the way that you want to order this is Cleopatra down here with Seraphina first, because Seraphina will trigger because they have equal speed. So Seraphina will trigger first and then Cleopatra. That's something to be wary of as well if you're trying to go for this setup with Astrid, Cleopatra and Seraphina, that the speeds are the same, which I think is why they've released a Seraphina skin and given her the 10 additional speed, so she will always be faster than Cleopatra no matter where you put them in the lineup as well. So just something to keep in mind. So we're good to go on this one. And we'll just see how much damage Catherine is able to do here. Now remember, if Cleo was up to 8 stars, we would have the additional... so yeah, we would have the additional striker buff as well. So that's something to factor in. Now, it's something I wanted to test out is whether or not this buff, the pledge buff, can be copied, because the text does say that it cannot coexist alongside others. Now, I've been advised by Scut, so here we go. Yes, we apply it twice. Go off that, go back onto info. Attack boost 50%. And there's no healing from Cleo either, which is a shame. We do get the leech back. Shame. But we'll see.
Radiance will protect us. Egypt's undying light. Egypt's undying light.
Yeah, so the double buff is applied. So they go up to 2,800 million for Astrid. And then a miss on both of those. Terrible. Right, let's go ahead and try this again. So Astrid did the most, and she was doing the same amount. So let's go ahead and just check. Because you can't actually check on those damage results, because you can only do as much damage as they've got health. You can't do any more, whereas your attack can always technically do more damage. You can over damage. So let's just see how much we're doing on this one. When we've got all of our buffs up.
Radiance will protect us. Egypt's undying light. Egypt's undying light.
So we do get the double attack stack.
Let the hunt begin.
So they can coexist with each other. Right, okay, so that's Astrid doing 1300 million, and then Catherine doing 888. Right, okay. That was in 5 rounds, and then let's go ahead and try that again. But what we're going to do, take out Cleopatra, going to put Atrops in. Now we do get the additional strikers buff, so all allies will start to get additional buffs. Or additional 25% attack per round because of that striker's buff. Now if we had Cleo at 8 stars, she would also do that, and she would also be applying Holy Shield to the entire team. So just something to keep in mind there. And that's once a round that she'll apply that Holy Shield stack. Yeah, so about the same damage on basics.
Radiance will protect us. Be gone.
How much is Astrid doing here? That's what I want to know.
Let the hunt begin.
Yeah, so just a little bit more actually. It's a shame that Catherine wasn't able to get off. And Gwyn doing a little bit less, in fact. Oof. Yeah, so they're doing about the same amount of damage. We'll see on this next one. 1100.
It's time for a trade.
He times that by 3. About 1200.
Victory is
Yeah, okay. So with Astrid on the team, you're definitely going to be doing much more damage, but it is the same effect. And because of the additional 10% and the higher base stats that you get from Cleo, because she is a D&D, and because she hits the royal synergy as well, at 6 stars, I think she's pretty good actually. You're not going to get very much more out of that. I think we can go in one more time, and I'm just going to take out Gwyn. I'm going to put Atrops in front. I'm going to put where have you gone? Dahlia in the front row, and the reason for that is because you can copy the buffs. So I just want to see how much damage output we're doing. Again, we've got the 3 strikers on the team, so potentially doing more damage output because of that, because we don't have her leveled up. So it's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, so we get the copied buffs here.
Radiance will protect us. Be gone. Be gone. A modest punishment.
How much are you doing? 15. Right, okay, so we got 15 there. She wiped everybody out. Absolutely fantastic. As expected. Now let's take out Atrops, and we'll go ahead and put in Cleo. Where have you gone? There you are. And let's go ahead and see how much damage she's able to do now with thanks to that. Now remember, the Striker's buff is no longer active, so we won't have... So normally you would get a Striker's buff 25% here, and you would also get a Striker's buff, so you would effectively get a 50% attack increase with that Striker's buff active.
Egypt's undying light.
So we'll get the double activation here.
Radiance will protect
Oh no, we won't. Ah, told you.
Radiance will protect
Told you.
us.
Got to be careful with that.
Let the hunt begin.
No, so that's a fail. What I want to see here. Yeah, so that's why Seraphina's got skin now. It's because Cleo's got exactly the same speed as Seraphina. I think that's a detriment. Honestly, I think if they'd have put her at 125, that would have been much better. Oh, that's naughty. So you can't, in fact, complete this combo anymore with Cleopatra because she's currently faster than Seraphina. If you have the Seraphina skin, it's not an issue, but yeah, because Cleopatra is just as fast as Seraphina, you can't actually do this combo. That's interesting. Right, I think that's where we'll leave it. I think we've seen enough of Cleopatra for now. Again, there are loads of other teams that she can fit on. If we go to Mystifiers, we can put in our Monarchs. So as you can see, we've got 5 Mystifier Monarchs, and if what are your speeds? 115, and yours 115 as well. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, we would have the full 5 Monarchs here, and we would have the 2 Celestials if I had her at any higher level. So I can see the potential for this unit. Like, that would be five Monarchs here. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll just see what type of damage output they're doing with Cleo on the team as well, because we do get the full 5 Mystifiers, and that will work within seasonal content as well. So she will become an Elysian if you've got more Elysians, and she will also become an Astral as well, so fits into both teams very well, whereas Atrops only fits into she only fits into the Astral's buff here. So we don't get the double because she is the first to act, because she's got such a high speed. And we're outputting fair chunks of damage here. Yeah, as you can see, nowhere near as much as we were previously. Thanks to our Monarchs able to survive, we would have done much better had we had the full 5 Monarchs. But remember, we also gain attack based on the amount of health that has been lost. So Dullhan will be outputting more damage, and so will Sandra. Not anymore. This Themis down in the corner just keeps taking out our summoned units. What a pain. But yeah, for me, I think she's a must get to 8 stars. So do I think you should summon for her? Yes, absolutely. Do I think you should push and get her up to the 8 stars? Yeah, if you want to compete at the highest level, absolutely. Go ahead and yeah, go ahead and summon for all you want. But it is just something to keep in mind, that you do really require 8 stars. I think she'll be back next, or in about a month, maybe 2. She may just be a permanent placement on the roster. So I think getting her at the end of every season, so every on the 4th oath of every season, I think that's where you should be able to pick up. Well, you should pick up a copy of her. I think she'll have replaced Eudora on those summons now. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you had a great time watching the video. If you can like and subscribe, be really appreciated. You have a great day.